Welcome back. On November 13th, Goodwill Jobs Plus will host a Paying for College workshop. Joining us with details on what will take place, we have Irvis Berta, financial counselor from the New York Legal Assistance Group, and Dwayne Brown, occupational skills coordinator at Goodwill Jobs Plus. Welcome, gentlemen. Irvis, did I say your last name correctly?
That was correct.
Okay, good. Because I have a history, people would never say my last name correctly, so we want to make sure that's right.
Right.
So, gentlemen, I want you to tell me about this program. It sounds so great, especially with all the talk about free college. A lot of people don't have their information. Tell me how your program is going to be doing that.
Okay. Jobs Plus is a public housing-based employment service center, and we try to help our members, residents who live in Monroe Houses, Classen Point, and Sackworm, by connecting them with employment opportunities and also by connecting them with educational opportunities. So this month, November, is College Month, and we're focusing on getting our members to enroll in college, those who are looking to go to college. Irvis is the lead person for the workshop that we're doing. It's the Paying for College workshop, and let him tell you a little about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So as Dwayne was saying, November is the College Readiness Month, and as part of that effort, we are going to have the Paying for College workshop next Monday. We're going to look at several things. Basically, we're going to begin with sort of the bigger landscape, some of the facts of what are the different types of aids. We have federal aid, which all of us, I believe, are familiar with. There's state level aid, there's institutional aid, just talking first about the facts.
Yeah.
And then the details on when do we apply, what do we need to apply. So that's sort of the first part. I think the second part is going to be more about talking about what happens after the application, because there's all sorts of questions, and really the financial aid process is kind of dynamic, and I think one thing we want to get our members to think about is that it's something they have to continually engage. So the other questions we're going to look at are going to be things like, what is my financial aid award letter? Does it make sense? How much college? What kind of college? So thinking about the bigger picture.
And this is so important because I remember when I was going to college, this was years back, but I remember when I was going to college, I mean, sitting down with my parents and going through the paperwork, but sometimes it could be very stressful because I did not understand everything that was going on. I had to go to my counselor numerous times just to make sure that I was understanding everything that was going through, especially when I got into college, because this is something you have to do every year, right?
Yes.
As you're in school?
Yes, and we're aware that it's intimidating for a lot of our members as well. So that's why we're trying to offer the workshop to take away some of that apprehension that they may have towards going to college. And this workshop actually started because Irvis was working with a lot of members who were either had student debts or they were concerned. They're going to schools that were for profit, and Irvis was working with them to explain that you can still have an education and you can still make it affordable and not have a huge debt when you complete the college.
So this is for schools that are only in New York City. Address that. Which schools would they be able to apply to?
Right. So with our members, we want to help them holistically with the entire financial aid and college financing process, right? So what Dwayne said is absolutely correct, that with our members, we want to be sure that we're thinking about the type of school. How much is it costing? Is it a career school? If so, maybe there's some additional questions we have to ask about how many people are graduating, what kind of jobs are they getting. But really, we want to help our members holistically, and they might be at different stages. So someone that's just coming out of high school might have a different set of tasks to achieve that someone that maybe has been out for a little bit or maybe took some classes and then took a break.
So the age ranges, it's not just for students coming straight out of high school.
No,
Yeah, all of our members, anyone that lives in the developments that we serve are eligible for our service, and it's obviously confidential, it's one-on-one, and really we're there for them for the entire process, because, and I'd be happy to talk about specifics about the different types of scholarships and things. You mentioned the Excelsior Scholarship, which is I think a very exciting thing that we have in New York State right now. But we really want them to understand that it's not just the applying. After you apply, after several months, you'll get your decision letters. Then you're going to have to evaluate all the different award letters. Compare what type of aid is each school giving me. Is this aid going to be sufficient just for this year? Do I need additional costs? So the FAFSA and the application at the beginning, which is where we're at right now, is just hopefully the beginning of a conversation. And then we want to be sure that they're not missing out on at least the basics.
Absolutely.
So FAFSA, so we can be eligible for Pell Grants, federal student loans, if that's a part of the package. The state of New York has a lot of aid through the TAP, the Tuition Assistance Program, and the Excelsior Scholarship. And we want to encourage our members to look at the CUNY and the SUNY system. Our experiences
Great
that
education here with
absolutely.
CUNY and SUNY.
Absolutely.
yeah, and our experiences that our members that do go through CUNY come out with less debt, with generally really positive experiences, and so we want to encourage that. But of course, we will help our members in whatever school they
That
want to
they
go
wanna go
to,
to.
and we want to help them achieve their dreams.
So how does one know that they're qualified to take part in this program? Because you said right now you're only helping those in the Sackwern and Monroe and Classen Point, right?
Okay, so we had a discussion about it. We are trying to attract those members. If anyone watching right now is from those developments, we encourage you to stop by Jobs Plus and participate. But we would like to help the Bronx residents. If you're in the area and you would like to participate, you're welcome to join as well.
So you don't have to be in New York City Housing just to be in that area, just to be from that community?
To be a member in the program, you have to be from those developments that I mentioned. But
Okay.
if you want to participate in the workshop, you're welcome.
Yeah, so yeah, as Dwayne was saying, that we focus on our members for most of the services, but there's a lot of things that we do that are open to the community, and I think the workshop is a good opportunity for that. And then we're a little earlier, but tax season is another time when we have services that we kind of offer to the whole community. So this is kind of part of that.
On November 13th, would they have to bring, because the event is on the 13th, right, on Monday from 2 to 5, would they have to bring anything to be a part of this workshop?
So my understanding is that we're going to have it open as far as the beginning, as far as specific documents. Really, we just want them to bring their curiosity and their questions,
Okay.
right? And depending on what topics are more interesting, we'll work with that. And hopefully we'll have a little bit of time at the end to maybe even talk to people one-on-one.
Of course, you're telling people about this through BronxNet here, but how else are you reaching out to the community to let them know about this program? How else can they find out more?
We're in the community. We are promoting with flyers, and we're also on social media as well. So that's pretty much how we've been getting the word out.
On Facebook and on Instagram?
Yes.
What's your
Goodwill
page?
Jobs Plus on Facebook.
Excellent. You guys are doing a wonderful job. I wish I had you around when I was growing up and I was applying for college, but thank you so much for what you're doing in the community, and I'm hoping that the place is packed because it's necessary.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
guys.
Cheers.
We have to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open.